Welcome to SVG-TV's news for Monday, November 18th, 2024. I'm Triska Campbell with the details. The second state-owned hotel in St. Vincent and the Grenadines opened on Saturday, adding 93 rooms to the country's hotel room stock. Minister of Finance, Economic Planning and Information Technology Camille Gonsalves, who played an integral role in identifying the hotel to be a government-owned, said that the Holiday Inn Express and Suites Diamond was carefully selected due to its unique brand, which is unmatched in St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Holiday Inn Express had the marketing muscle that would help to take the weight off of Invest SVG and Minister James in doing some of the promotion of the destination of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And they have a lot of guests. They have a frequent flyer program, a loyalty program where people can come and use their points to stay here. And we thought this was ideal than other Holiday Inn Expresses in almost every particular. The roof is a little bit higher if you go into another Holiday Inn Express. The rooms are a little bit bigger. The furniture is a little bit more upscale than you would expect. And the smiles on our staff are a little bit wider than you'll find anywhere else. We do honestly believe that we have a fantastic facility here that exceeds the expectation of anybody who comes expecting a Holiday Inn Express experience. And we do believe that this is a critical cornerstone of what we're trying to build in our tourism product here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
The Caribbean Development Fund, the CDF, co-financed the construction of the hotel with funding of EC $28.9 million. Director of the CDF, Lennox Fort, expressed his satisfaction with the completion of the project, noting that it demonstrates CARICOM's commitment to funding initiatives in countries like St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Bringing this project to fruition was a journey filled with hard work and dedication, marking yet again a successful collaboration between the Caribbean community, represented on the one hand by the CARICOM Development Fund, CDF, and the government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines on the other. The CDF has applied a total of $10.7 million US dollars, approximately 28.9 million EC dollars, of concessional resources that have been contributed to us by CARICOM member states participating in the single market to the construction of this hotel that is towering over us in the background.
The hotel is managed by Vincentians, and according to Prime Minister Dr. Gonsalves, the selection of top management was made by the Interconnectal Hotel Group. He stated that he is satisfied with more than 50 staff members hired to work at the hotel.
They're not going to have somebody selected to manage the hotel which is not approved by them. Similarly, with the financial controller, the top positions. And then, of course, there was an interview process which selected these individuals. I will tell you, none of us in the government had anything to do with the selection of the persons, because we set up a committee and we allow the committee to do their jobs. That's how we did it. And I'm satisfied that whom they have chosen are the best from who applied.
Meanwhile, Minister of Tourism Carlos James highlighted that the addition of 93 rooms of the new hotel helps narrow the gap in the 1,200 rooms needed in St. Vincent and the Grenadines by 2025.
Embarked on a vision to add in this term roughly 1,000 to 1,200 rooms. We have started that development with our private partners, development partners. Some of them I've just mentioned. We've embarked on the development from the government as well, which is in this facility, as well as the Marriott, which will break ground on in the new quarter of next year, early first quarter of next year. And we are very much close to achieving that target. And it has been one of the most challenging times for our tourism product.
The Holiday Inn Express and Suites is reportedly fully booked for the remainder of the year. It is the second state-owned hotel establishment, which includes the Cobblestone Inn. As Tourism Month continues, the Ministry of Tourism is spotlighting a variety of tourism sites, including those in the hospitality sector. On Friday, media representatives were taken on a retreat at a Spring Hotel in Bequia. Tourism Education Officer Annalie Beach, who led the team, explained that the retreat was part of an effort to do something different from the usual activities, adding that it was a great way to promote domestic tourism.
And this year we decided to host a media retreat. Each year we host a media tour, but this year we decided to tone things down a bit and have our media as well as some members of staff have a relaxing and interactive day where you can just come to a property in St. Vincent, well in Bequia in this case, and just relax. To gain one of the experiences that a tourist will get if they were to take a day package at the Spring Hotel here in Bequia.
Minister of Tourism Carlos James later joined the team and spoke with SVG-TV News, reiterating the importance of promoting tourism not only internationally but also for locals.
And I'm happy to be here with many of the media executives and journalists in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. As part of this retreat, we're traditionally hosted media personnel, during the month of the tourism month to really show our appreciation for the work that they do and to also sensitize them about the destination and our product offering. Very often we do a lot of marketing, heavy lifting with marketing outside of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and it's also important for us to bring journalists and media practitioners up to date on what are some of the offerings on the island in terms of the product and how best they themselves can be ambassadors and role models to really share the message about tourism in everyone's business in St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Spring Hotel, like many other areas, was affected by Hurricane Beryl. However, according to the hotel's manager, Jason Sargent, the staff worked quickly to clean up the property and reopen for business.
We are a lovely boutique hotel. Here at Spring Hotel, we do have 17 rooms. I would say we have 10 wooden antique style rooms, and we do have some modern rooms as well, recently built. Earlier you were asking how we recovered from Hurricane Beryl. I would say we recovered quite quickly. We have a lovely, hard-working staff, good support, and we made it through to redo our entire restaurant that was damaged. Initially, after Hurricane Beryl, it took us about let's say about 6 hours to get up here because there was no way for us to pass. Lots of trees were destroyed and so forth. We had a few damage around the hotel, but we were able to recover quite swiftly from it. And now we are ready to welcome guests.
Meanwhile, the Ministry of Tourism continues its education and awareness efforts with young people and stakeholders as part of the ongoing Tourism Month of activities. Food lovers will have the opportunity to enjoy a variety of culinary delights at reduced prices during Restaurant Week, which opened on Sunday. Speaking at the opening ceremony at the Beach Comos Hotel, Chief Executive Officer of the SVG Tourism Authority, Annette Mark, described the event as a marketing tool to promote gastronomy tourism in the country.
Cultural heritage that we can confidently promote gastronomy tourism to the world. Gastronomy tourism and Restaurant Week allows us to showcase the local talents of our chefs. It provides a platform for culinary artisans to display their creativity and incorporate traditional and modern techniques, also allowing for the highlighting of upcoming professionals with innovative ideas in preparing and presenting classic Vincentian gifts, while at the same time promoting and encouraging the use of fresh, seasonal and locally sourced ingredients with the added economic benefits to our farmers and fisher folks.
A total of 33 restaurants are participating in Restaurant Week, which is being organized by the SVG Hotel and Tourism Association. President of the association, Isola Giddings, noted that while not many restaurants from the Grenadines are participating due to the impact of Hurricane Beryl, both Canouan and Bequia are on board.
Restaurants we have on board, Soho House as far as Canouan, and we are pleased that they are going to be partnering with us for the closing ceremony. And I must say, 2025 has already taken off because Soho House has promised and they are bidding for the closing ceremony of Restaurant Week in 2025. So let's give them a round of applause. In Bequia, we have several restaurants in Bequia. Unfortunately, due to Beryl, others on what we were looking for in Union and Palm Island, Petty St. Vincent, who was all part of the initial stage, but I'm quite sure we will have some of them come 2025.
Internationally acclaimed chef with Vincentian roots, James Cochran is also in the country and will be meeting with local chefs. Cochran expressed his pleasure in being a part of the first ever Restaurant Week in St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
We're coming to St. Vincent for the last kind of 35 years. My mum is from Caliqua, she's in McBarnet, and I own 2 restaurants in London, and my ethos is really kind of trying to introduce West Indian food mixed with my other heritage roots, the Scottish. I have a lot of love for this island. When I was younger, my mum introduced me to West Indian food. I used to go to Brixton and we came here in the latter part of the years. I've been coming here on and off, like I said, for 35 years. So I'm super excited to come here and really kind of like learn the young generation, teach them like my kind of style of food and my influence, what I've got from back home in London, and showcase what I do. And then I'm here for the closing party as well, so I'm going to bring a little bit of spice, a little bit of my culture from back in London. So yeah, I'm really privileged to be here, so thank you very much, guys.
The theme for this year's Restaurant Week is A Taste of Vincy. On Friday, November 15, 2025, 128 house lots were distributed to residents of North Windward, coinciding with the groundbreaking ceremony for a new sporting facility in Langley Park. The lands distributed are located in Langley Park and Orange Hill. Minister of Housing and Informal Settlement, Orlando Brewster, stated that the lands are ancestral lands which holds great significance for the people of North Windward.
And it is my solemn pledge as the Minister of Housing, with that responsibility, to make sure that you, the descendants of the Garifuna people, that you who have struggled for a long time from your ancestral years be placed in good and decent living conditions. We are going to hand over 128 lots, 94 right here, and another 34 up in Orange Hill. This is one of the biggest ceremonies I've been to when it comes to handing over lands. But don't get tricked. We have bigger to come. And I understand that as the minister with the responsibility for sports, that in this area, you're going to have a magnificent playing field.
The parliamentary representative for North Windward and the Minister of Transport and Works, Montgomery Daniel, noted that the overall cost of developing the area, including the sporting facility in Langley Park, amounts to more than $12 million.
The roads in this development will cost approximately $6 million to be done. The playing facility equally has a preliminary costing
of approximately $5 million. So what you're looking at here is a facility for the people of Langley Park in the vicinity of approximately $11 million. And when you put in the land, the value of the land with that, you're looking at a facility beyond $12 million.
The lands were sold at $2 per square foot. Prime Minister Dr. Alf Gonsalves assured that the area will be fully developed with utilities at the government's expense.
The cost of the roads is more than the price what you are paying for the land. I want that number to sink in. I want that fact to sink in. And not only roads are going to be here, but we will bring water here and we will bring electricity here. And the water and the electricity will be paid for the installation by the government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So what you're paying for the land is almost like an administrative fee. It's like you're paying for the survey of the land. It's the land surveying you're paying for. But the land itself, from the moment you pay for the land, the value of your land will increase astronomically.
The Prime Minister also highlighted that the distribution of land will continue for more individuals, particularly those considered vulnerable. In other news, in its 72-hour weather outlook, the SVG Meteorological Service reports that a trough continues to influence the weather patterns across St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Over the past 24 hours, 31.9 millimeters, approximately 1 1/4 inches of rainfall was recorded at the Argyle International Airport. The outlook indicates that occasional light to moderate scattered showers are expected for the remainder of the day across the island. Isolated thunderstorms cannot be ruled out, and residents are urged to remain alert. The outlook further notes that moisture and instability will persist over the next 3 days, increasing the likelihood of scattered light to moderate showers and isolated thunderstorms. Residents and motorists in areas prone to flooding and landslides or near rivers and streams are asked to remain vigilant. The SVG Teachers Union, the SVG-TU, held its annual march and rally in capital Kingston last Friday as part of Teachers Solidarity Week, observed under the theme Empowering Our Teachers, an Investment to the Future. Addressing the rally, which took place on the grounds of the Bishop's College in Kingston, President of the SVG Teachers Union, Oswald Robinson, applauded the National Executive for continuing the work of the union.
Don't fool yourself. The St. Vincent Teachers Union is here to stay. We started in 1903 as an association, for 121 years now, as an organization. In 1953, we gave trade union recognition in the month of July. Yes? So 1903, the month of January, the organization started. And in 1975, the St. Vincent Teachers Union, one of the reasons why we got back from March here, 1975, Caribbean teachers ended up. After they were tear gas, and they marched the streets of Kingston. Yvonne Francis Gibson, she was in prison with 42 other teachers. Charges were brought upon 21 of them. The magistrate couldn't find anything to the charge on the other. And so they came here. Here is where they came, right on these grounds. So we ain't coming here to hide from anybody. We're not hiding from anybody. We are reflecting on what transpired in 1975. So these grounds here are special grounds to the teachers union. The fact that you're here tells me that you appreciate Much son in 1975.
Outlined some of the key issues that led to the teachers' strike in 1975, including demands for salary increases, retroactive payments, the need for a collective agreement improving working conditions, and the repeal of the 1971 Public Service Act, which had restricted teachers from speaking on matters of national importance. He noted that many of these issues still persist today.
Our fundamental right of association. I appreciate those principals who continue to work with the union, but we were getting feedback that someone said to our members, I am not giving you permission to do. When we have some little Jesus sit around, can't put your shoulder above your head. You have a right to assemble and a right to associate. And then we saw recently the election leave. Article 15, and one of the collective agreements was Article 16, where any member of the teachers' union who is in the union for at least 3 years must be given a leave of absence amounting to 6 weeks without pay, can run for political office, and if unsuccessful, reinstate without benefits. The government signed that in 2005 and did not want to honor it when the time came. And I saw, and I'm seeing Theo Thomas here, he was one of the stalwarts there with the union back then in the struggle. So I paused to acknowledge him. You see what I'm telling you? The people who understand the struggle, they find a way to be present. And those of us whom this legacy resonates, we must pass it on to the next generation.
Regarding reports about the working conditions at the Teachers College, Robinson stated that he is altering the executive, that they may have to take a more radical action within the framework of the law to ensure these issues are addressed.
I cannot say that straight. We have our friends, we have our colleagues working in all authorities. But anything that impacts and working conditions, you can't be muscle, you have to speak out. We saw the students at the college protesting, and I heard police went there to intimidate them. But you have freedom to assemble and freedom to demonstrate. Peacefully, don't forget that. We also hear that they are threatening now to tell them 4 semesters gone, they're going at half pay. I want the people to read collective agreement carefully. Because these people that overseas, they're right here. And I had a similar problem with some teachers from the Grenadines, Union Island, who came to the college and then they started second semester, they want to cut the pay. The people just get in a little something and you want to cut it again. Can't work. So we have to stand up. Because these are teachers, many of them not getting a salary. And they have to go into the classroom and do practice teaching and find materials. So when they come in with that stress, and you have to work with those of you who are already seasoned in the classroom, that is something you have to be prepared to manage.
50 students from technical and vocational training institutes across the country are expected to gain valuable knowledge and experience in business operations and entrepreneurship through the Youth Business and Entrepreneurship Training UBET workshop taking place this week. The workshop, which opened today at the Girl Guides Hut, is being conducted by the Center for Enterprise Development, Inc., the CED, in collaboration with the USAID-funded Caribbean Agricultural Productivity Improvement Activity, CAPA, under the theme Discovering the Entrepreneur in Me. General Manager of CED, Ronette Lewis, encourages students to make the most of the knowledge they will gain during the workshop.
I would say young people, because I'm also a lecturer, business lecturer, or was a business lecturer, and I know it takes a lot of effort to concentrate for a whole week, right? When you are taking in information, it takes a lot for you to be able to focus for the whole week. I would say to you, in order to make this week a success, don't look at it as just information and schoolwork that you're putting into your head. Apply every single bit of information and knowledge that you receive. Think about it relevantly. How can I use it in a practical way to change my life? How can I use what I learned this week to change my circumstances? Right? The ball is in your court. The opportunity that you have today is one that you can make benefit or useful benefit of or not. So it's really up to you.